Here we are going to be dividing decimals. In order to set this up, the first number goes inside, whether it looks with the slash, with the division sign, or if it has in a fraction form. The first one being the number on top always goes inside. So I'm going to go ahead and set this up with 13 and 4/100ths inside and 4 on the outside. And the only time you wouldn't line up the decimal is on multiplying. So here I'm just going to go ahead and line up my decimal before I start. And just go ahead and start multiplying through until you have no remainder. 4 goes into 1 0 times, goes into 13 3 times. 3 times 4 is 12, and I get a remainder of 1. So I'm going to bring my remainder up. 4 goes into 10 2 times. 2 times 4 is 8, and 10 minus 8 is 2. So I'm going to put my remainder there. 4 goes into 24 6 times. 6 times 4 is 24, no remainder, so I'm done. So I get 3 and 26/100ths. Now if we just do a whole number estimate here, 13 divided by 4, well 4 goes into 13 3 times, and my answer is pretty close to 3. Now this one's a little trickier because once we set it up, again the first number goes inside, I get negative 14.7 divided by 0.3. Well, now I have a decimal on the outside. It makes it a little trickier. Essentially what we have to do is we want to make this a whole number, and essentially what we're going to do is we're going to swoop this decimal all the way over until it's at the end, until this is a whole number. I essentially, by moving it once, multiplied by 10, but I can't just say I didn't like 0.3, so I'm going to change it to 3. If I multiply this by 10 by moving a swoop once, then I have to do the same thing here. I'm multiplying it by 10 by moving my decimal one time. Now the point is not to make this a whole number. The point is to just move it the same amount of times as I did here. So I'm going to move over, and then up. I'm going to line up my decimal. Okay, and then you just divide like you normally would. I know that a positive or a negative divided by a positive is going to be a negative. Okay, 3 goes into 1 0 times. It goes into 14 4 times. And 4 times 3 is 12. 14 minus a 12 is 2. So I get a remainder of 2. I'm going to bring that up. Maybe I could do that in a different color for my remainder. 3 goes into 27 9 times. And 9 times 3 is 27. So I get no remainder. So I could keep going, and I would just get 3 goes into 0 0 times. I get 49.0, which is just the same as 49.